So, what we got today here, you can't see the mower, but it's down here. I've been working on it. And I got a checklist for what we got to do. I got it written up for now. It's work in progress. We're working on it. We got some hood mounts. I'm going to have to bring the nose of the tractor a little farther forwards so that I can fit exhaust and whatnot in front of the motor to bring it down under the belly. What else? Suspension, front, rear. That's going to be a whole thing to itself. That's in the future. I got to get a welder for that. I'm currently not capable of using a welder because I don't got one. Then I'm going to be making a full aluminum fuel cell for it. It's going to fit in the dashboard, where it is right here. I got the measurements for that right here. It's going to be 11 inches front to back, and it's going to sit 5 inches high, and it's going to be 8 inches wide. So that should give us, rough guess, probably a gallon and a half of gas to run. Should be plenty. What else? Hydraulic tank and power steering, whatnot, because the tractor I pulled that motor out of, it came with power steering. Let me go grab that. As you can see, that tractor had the power steering cylinder thing and then the power steering pump. So we're going to work these because it's going to be a lot easier to use hydraulic lines. Probably not cheaper, but it's going to be a lot easier to run these than mechanical mechanisms that have to move to steer. So that will be a while bit in the future because those hydraulic lines aren't exactly cheap. So that's in the future. That itself, I'll make another aluminum cell for it to build that. What else? We have the seat and fenders. I will probably in the future make a foam pad to sit on because although we'll have front and rear suspension, riding on a chunk of steel isn't very comfy. I'm sure some of you guys would know that. And then a guy, Tom's Refurb, absolute legend. Definitely go check him out. Love his videos. He makes his company Speedy Snaps, I think. They make boom tubes. They're a little too big to fit on this, so I'm going to copy him and make my own for my tractor. Hopefully this thing's pretty loud and lives up to the name. Boom. So, I'll bring you guys over here and get you showing on what I've been working on. So over here at the mower, I have the motor in it. I just have jumper cables ran from the John Deere just because I don't have a battery in it yet. I have, let me take these jumpers off to clear some stuff out of the way here. I gotta get new main starter wire because this is just boogered together temporarily, most of it. Here is the kill wire. I'm eventually gonna run this probably along something. Might have it come down here, run next to this wire. Although the sprocket, well, up here it's gonna be a CVT. Just CVT clutch. It's gonna bolt on here. Probably gonna have to notch this chunk out to fit the second one down here, and then it's gonna run back with chain. I do want to have that back axle sit right under here, so the tires stick out the back a little bit, so it's more stable. I'm also gonna have the front tires sit with the front axle probably about right there. Well, it's independent, so say axle, as much of an axle as you want to call it. And then I want to pretty this motor up. It does need cleaning. It's rough. I got this starter solenoid. It's off of a Ford Fusion starter. Pulled that off. And in case this switch ever breaks and you break down whatever, with this, you can push on this here, manually do that, whatever. Probably have to make a safety, put a cage over that so that don't happen. Because you don't want to be bogging and hit that and engage your starter. That's not fun. But I got the switch wired up. Here's your hot side to get it to crank, whatever. Over here's your always hot terminal. Then down here, this wire's connected. Connects it here. Runs down to the starter under there. Ground wire, same thing. Comes to the switch and it comes up here and grounds. Got the motor ground right there. I bent that washer right there so it pinches that wire and holds it there a little better. But I got that going. I started trying to work on hood mounts. But the way these are set up, they're so like goofy and dumbly made. I'm just gonna make new ones because I have to. Because I'm gonna cut the top of the hood so that just the hood kind of flips up top and not the entire thing. Because I'll have all removable, but I'm gonna have suspension built into kind of through the hood. So I'm going to have to make it to where I'm going to have to modify how this hood opens. Which, I got hiccups. Which is fine. I got to remove that PTO drive. Because I have no use for it. It's kind of just in the way. And I'll cut this off here. Other than the shaft that was sticking out of it, it's fine. But this exhaust is going to come out from here, kind of come up here, duck around up into here, under the belly. And I'm going to have it shoot out. They're probably going to be about 4 inches long. Have them spit out right here, right at the end, kind of angled. Probably around right here, Y out, or whatever. And it'll spit out the side backs, whatever you want to call it. We have that hood. This does run. I have a few videos on the channel already of me starting it, whatever. I was talking a little bit earlier today about the wiring being set up somewhat. So, it's looking good. Hopefully I can get more stuff done. That fuel cell I was talking about, it's going to sit right in here. And I'm just going to mount it right along here. Kind of these bolt holes here or whatever. I also have to make a new dashboard, as well as over here, this power steering. I'll take this off and see if I can mount the power steering straight right here, so that we can just have this sit above the fuel cell and whatnot. Hopefully it don't leak, because it will leak right on the electronics. Oh well, I'll fix it later. If any of you guys understand how this works, please let me know, because I don't know. I understand 2 outlets, 1 inlet, but this thing has 5 bungs on it. Only thing I could imagine is 2 inlets, 2 outlets, and then I'm not sure. I don't really understand how it works, so if anybody knows or even has any idea on how these work, let me know, because I have to figure it out. But I was going to use this, but I was going to need a gearbox, and that's like $300 for one that's big enough and strong enough. I was also thinking stuffing it in here and using U-joints to kind of wrap it around, use 3 of them, stick it right here or whatever. But I kind of gave up on that. That's them U-joints weren't much like that, but that's why I switched to this. Way better. I'm going to make a new panel that covers this bottom piece. It'll replace that and just come back. I have cardboard chunks over there for the seat. I'll make those up, and then this whole thing will become just one seat. I do have to make cuts on the sides here. Bring the fenders up some so that the seat sits up some. So I'm going to have to make new cardboard pieces so that I can make a new mock-up seat, whatever. Just that cardboard. But that's what I got so far. I'll try to keep you guys uploaded. I post smaller, more less detailed videos, more little sneak peeks. Little, I did this, small stuff. I post most of that stuff over on my TikTok. So if you guys want to go see that, go ahead. I post there more regularly than I do over here because I like giving you guys a good thing to watch. But hopefully we can get this thing on its own wheels. I was thinking, because I was originally going to use these, the original mounts and whatnot, but I can still reuse them and just bolt them for now to the frame. Don't really want to, but I can. And then I can just make the A-arms and stuff. But I'll probably just make my own mounts because it's easy enough to make new ones. And then I have hubs over here too. They're the hubs off of them, shocks, whatnot. I have the rear main shock over here. I also have right here, I think, is the brake, the rear brake off of that four-wheeler. But I'm thinking I'm just going to get one out of a car so that I have more brake pressure or whatever. I'm not Einstein on how that works. But I'm hoping to have a brake pedal on this side, gas pedal on this side, probably hard stainless steel brake lines through most of it. I do want to have a shut-off valve for the rear brakes somewhere here, so that when I allegedly want to do burnouts with this, I can without smoking the rear brakes. But that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully I can get more for the next video. See you guys next time.